Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been a really long time since I last posted a video, especially one about like house building. But I've been really pretty busy, and yeah, because I'm having my internship right now, so it's been pretty hectic together with me taking part some extracurriculum activities. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I actually made a few Sims Machinima videos based on my favorite character, Shia Flowers, who I created just a few months ago. And there's also the Grim Reaper. I'll put the link down below for the first 2 episodes. I haven't yet created the 3rd episode because it's been really hectic, like I said. Anyway, I wanted to build this house that I'm building right now with the intention of using the new update that was the terrains. Yeah, but when I came in, apparently the update was not yet implemented. So I already had like this idea in mind where I wanted to build a castle. So if you can see, like, it was supposed to be a castle on a hill kind of thing. And without the hill, yeah, it was pretty hard. So I just tried to make do with what I could. And basically this castle that I wanted it to be surrounded by not really swimming pool, but more like a pond kind of thing. Yeah, and it was pretty hard because, as you can see, like, I'm not good at building swimming pools that, you know, fit the exact shape kind of thing. And yeah, and this is actually my first time trying to build something that doesn't look shoebox like. Yeah, and I wanted to like have the feel where this place is like very distant. It's not the kind of place where someone would walk by and see it. Hence I chose this place. I forgot where is it at. I think it's in the, if I'm not wrong, it's in the New World that Sims 4 built or something. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, like this lot was coincidentally built. Like, it was coincidentally covered with lots of trees and stuff, and it made it perfect because, yeah, like I said, I wanted my Sims to be distant and stuff like that. This actually turned out way better than I thought it would, because I really thought it would turn out like weird. Yeah. So anyway, like, basically here what I wanted was that, like, I didn't want it to like be completely surrounded by pools. I wanted to have like certain places for me to put in plants and stuff like that. Yeah. So this, I was trying to build the edge of it. Yeah, and this was one of the hardest decisions because I'm not good with plants and trees and flowers. So I wanted to make it look more, like I said, distant. I wanted to put more plants and stuff like that, and I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to put trees around the house. And when I put trees, it suddenly became like super huge. And like, even when I make it smaller, then it was still pretty ugly. So it took me a while to figure out what I actually wanted around the house. I thought that looked pretty great, but then after a while it looked a bit weird. Yeah. So I decided to stick with small bushes. Like, if you've seen my previous home building videos, house building videos, I mean, like, I actually use this. I love using these small bushes where I can actually like put flowers in them. Yeah, so as you can see, I spent a lot of time experimenting, like what kind of trees, and yeah, I kind of got a bit too crazy here because I was very, very, very annoyed that like it didn't come out the way I wanted it to be. So yeah, then like I said, I wanted to build those, you know, houses that does not really have much people in it. Like, it's only really like one person living in it. Yeah, and then this cone thingy, because recently my brother started playing Sims 4 too, and he wanted to build a house that has a cone. So I kind of experimented with it on his game, and so like I decided to bring it in here because like I always thought it would be hard, you know, like finding the right dimensions, because it's not like as if there's a circular, like you can't make a circular building. Yeah, so it was kind of hard, but in the end I did manage to make it, which was pretty good. Yeah, and originally I wanted to have, like, you know, the windows that have the second story, but I could not figure out how I did it previously, and yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I actually built a house, so I eventually gave up on that. But I don't know why these days I like the kind of roofs that are actually more curvy-ish instead of just very straight and sharp. So if you can see, yeah, like my roof, I turned it into, I gave it a little bit of a curvy shape. And I don't know, I like the look. It looks less stern, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so like I had fun building this whole house because like it was finally starting to come together, like what I wanted it to look like. And yeah, but yeah, as you can see, the only problem was I still couldn't figure out the plants part, and I was really bad at that. So I decided to like ignore that first and do everything else, which is what I'm used to doing. And yeah, I placed in glass windows for the front because I actually wanted it to be like, that's like, what do you call it? The place where when you first walk into your front, like you walk into your house, it's not your living room. I don't know what is it called, but yeah, I wanted to make that place like a place where you will feel welcome. So it's always lit, even in the moonlight. Yeah, so that's why I put glass windows. And as you can see, I wanted this house to be from the outside very dark and gloomy, so like, you know, people won't really want to come up to the house and be like, hey neighbor. Yeah, so that was my intention, and I couldn't find the right wallpaper. But if I'm not wrong, the Vampires expansion had like this really cool wallpaper that would have actually fit in with this theme. Yeah. So yeah, I decided to make the two castles at the side. No, the two circular buildings at the side actually have a different color because I wanted it to have more impact. I didn't want it to blend in with the main house itself. And yeah, I wanted to give it a more old like house thingy. I'm not really good at explaining this. So yeah, I wanted to change the water. Like I wanted it to be more murky and not like a swimming pool. But I forgot how it looked like in the end. Yeah. Then this was the part where I actually wanted to try putting in stuffs inside the swimming pool, like, you know, like underwater stuff, but I couldn't find. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that I actually deleted my whole folder of furniture mods because I find that it makes my game lag, and I was too obsessed with like new furniture mods, such that I think I have like almost 1,000 of them, and it kept crashing my game. So I decided to start anew, and I took out all my furniture mods. So if you want to download this build, you can actually find it on my Origin account, and you don't have to have any mods. You just have to have the right expansion for it. Yeah. So basically, eventually I figured out what I wanted to put around the house, and then I realized that, hey, look at that. I could make do with the whole stone and plant thing again, the whole stone and bushes thing. So I have this thing where I like to put stones, then in the midst of it I like to put like tiny brittle grass on it, kind of thing. And I figured it will make a bit more impact if there is actually a higher foundation, so that, you know, like it doesn't look like as if the house is like being overgrown by grasses. That's why I increased the foundation level a bit. Yeah, and it looked pretty cool. Then this was starting to come together, but like the hardest part was putting them one by one because they either keep falling to the pool or they keep going into the house. Yeah, so if you can see, I tried to do it as fast as I could. I was like spamming it everywhere. And yeah, and remember the two palm trees I had? Like those were originally supposed to be like the gateway to the house, but I completely forgot whether I put it in or not. I guess we shall see. Yeah, so like it was finally coming together, and what will make it nicer was actually flowers. I love flowers a lot, and I always try to put in flowers in my Sims house, like not plants, just flowers. Yeah. And anyway, like I took out the swimming pool part for the back of the house because it was looking kind of sad there, just like one rectangle part of it. So I decided to make that into like, you know, a small backyard. Yeah, something like that. Then I wanted to make it look like, hey, it was still covered in, you know, forestish area kind of thing. Yeah. So this house was starting to come together, and I want the palm tree. I couldn't figure out whether it would fit there. Yeah. But I do know that I love this concept of how, like, you know, you walk up the house and this pavement where, you know, you have flowers all over. And I love this flower that I keep using. It's damn gorgeous. You can change the color. And yeah. So it was, I know I keep saying this, it was slowly starting to come up, like come together, and I was pretty proud of it. So like after a while it came to deciding what was gonna be inside the house, you see. So after a while I decided that, hey, since, like, you see, the house is gonna be dark at night and like people can't see, so I wanted the pavement to sort of light up, like, and I didn't want to put like obvious lights in it. So like you'll see what I actually put. But yeah, like as for the house, like the outside looks so dark, so I actually wanted the inside to look more lively and posh, and like it's only meant for one person. Like what I had in mind, the Sims that I had in mind was someone who lives alone, but at the same time that person's not truly alone because she has her own pet cat. Yeah, so I actually put in certain pet stuffs in there to make it a more lively home. Yeah, but then the thing is, like I said, I wanted it to be a kind of house where everybody will look at it and be like, oh, okay, we should not approach it. That's why the outside is more dark than the inside. Yeah. And like I have been experimenting with trying to put like different plants everywhere, because what I realized was that I didn't like to put, I love plants outside of my house but not inside. So but I do realize that every time you put a plant in your house, like in a certain place, it actually makes the place look more livable. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do. And okay, the two towers at the side, like I wanted to make it like one bedroom and one bathroom, which it looked pretty nice, but like the problem was the door placement. Like I couldn't figure out like where the door would be at, and like I originally thought that the door would fit at that small curve at the side, which you can see me trying later, but apparently it did not. So like I had a problem and I had to shift everything around. Yeah. And as for the toilet, I wanted to make it as simple as possible because this is only one person, but at the same time I didn't want to make it look dull. So I tried to add as much portraits as I can, pictures to make it more livable. Yeah. So as you can see that I tried to put the door there for the bedroom, but it didn't really work out that well, so I had to change it because yeah, I wanted a double door. Okay, then so lighting, I don't know, I've always had a problem with lighting. I find all the lights so ugly, but maybe that's just me. I wish like they would have much nicer lights. And yeah, for the toilet, for the first time I actually gave it a blue background, because usually I always don't like to give it a blue background because it will look so yeah. So this was the first time I tried experimenting with it, and I love tiles. I think bedrooms should have tiles. So as you can see, yeah, I tried my best to put in the tiles and at the same time put in blue, and so far it's coming out pretty well. Yeah. So since this house is actually pretty small, if you look at it, I had to combine the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen in an exact same room. But the problem was to separate them out, like to really specify like, hey, this is the kitchen, this is the dining room, and this is the living room. So that was actually like I wanted to change the tiles. You know, like sometimes in houses when like you so-called go into the threshold of a kitchen, then the tiles change. Like instead of going into like this brown tile, you go inside this white tile or something like that. Yeah, that was what I wanted. Then like, oh, I love the laundry pack. You guys should get the laundry pack if you haven't, because like it's like putting washing machine in your Sims house make it look more realistic. I mean, come on, for years like we didn't really wash our clothes for Sims, and that's a bit yeah. Anyway, for the two twin towers, I actually wanted to have like a second level. So as you can see, I actually put in like one piano and one stereo or karaoke machine, if I'm not wrong, like to remind myself that hey, I want to make use of the top. But then after a while I realized that like Sims does not have a small stairs. Like all their stairs are so huge, and I couldn't figure out like why can't they just put a small stairs, you know, like, you know, those kind of stairs where it's just very flat and it just goes up, like just straight up. Yeah, like, hey Sims, if you can hear us, can you like give us a stairs that just goes straight up, you know, those kind of basement stairs or trapdoor stairs, because I didn't have space in my room to actually go up a second level, and I didn't want to make a second level for the living room slash dining table slash kitchen part, because if you realize I already put a roof on it, like the curved roof, and it actually looks pretty nice there, and I didn't want to change that part. So in the end, I did not make use of the second level tower, as I couldn't find a way for my Sims to actually go up there, you see. Yeah, and as you can see, the whole living room slash kitchen looks actually kind of posh, because originally, like I said, I wanted the inside to be very posh, and like it really looks like as if someone is living there. And this is like the front porch, is that what you call it? An indoor front porch. And I wanted it to like this person, like when someone comes in, they'll be like, oh look, like this is so gorgeous, before like stepping into the house and like seeing more gorgeous stuff, you know. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, so I love the wallpaper of the living room. That has always been my favorite wallpaper. And yeah, remember I said about how I wanted like to put different tiles to separate the kitchen from the living room, from the dining table, but then in the end I decided to just put a carpet, because like it looks so much more neater as compared to having like different tiles, you see. And yeah, so basically this is actually what I had in the end. And if you can see, I was really having trouble with the pool. Like I wanted a pool that looks murky kind of thing, and so far I guess with the expansions that I have, I don't have that kind of murky pool yet. And yeah, as you can see, I wanted the house to look like overgrown with plants at the top, so I decided to put in more plants. I got this from, I think, the Jungle Adventure. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So if you want this build, you can get it from my gallery in Sims 4. Bye.